let's do this. Let's play some Pokemon. I'm gonna be super good this time instead of super bad. Oh yeah, maybe I should delete my save data. Your vote always goes to Lufia 2? Yo, Lufia 2 I'm told is a very cool game. I've never played it though. That or Lufia 1. I have a friend that loves those games though. Yo, you're out, Controlius? Have fun and get good? Yo, I got this, man. I got this. That was the first run of the day, dude. Like, literally no resets. I didn't reset on Bulbasaur, I didn't reset on, like, Viridian Forest, Brock, Route 3. Mount Moon, nothing, man. That was the first run of the day. I turned the game on, and, like, we almost got a 156. And then, you know, we messed up a little bit. I was like, alright, the 157's possible. 157's still possible. But then Aerodactyl was like, my friends, my beautiful, beautiful friends, what you meant to say was that you wanted nothing. Literally nothing. I was like, oh. I mean, not exactly, but if that's how you feel. Oh, you tweeted me something? Okay, yeah, what do we got? What are we tweeting to Vinks? Oh, it's your house? Oh, it's a vlog? That's cool, man. I mean, I can't, like, see it right now. But yeah, nah. I'll check that out later. Aaron T says, highly recommend any of you to go play it. You don't need to play the first one. In fact, you recommend to go into Lufia 2 blind, because it's a prequel. Okay, that's cool, man. And yo, no worries, Zachman. I will get the guide for sure. Yo, one Squirtle, please. Yo, got good for sub 2? Yeah, we did get the sub 2, which is really nice. Like, that's a new thing for me. That's the second sub 2 I've ever gotten. And I got it after getting bodied by Aerodactyl, so it shows, man. I am improving for sure. I'm getting better at this game, just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. It's long, don't worry about it now? Okay. Yep, I growl for my tail whip. Oh, he failed that one though. Alright, don't growl 3 turns in a row, okay? Okay, Bulbasaur? What is this damage? I got one more tail whip in than his growls, but I'm not hitting him for nothing. Yo, capsule monsters, that is all? Yo, capsule monsters are cool. And Vex says, okay, that was the practice run. This run is the sub-Vex. I don't know, man. This looks like the get bodied by Bulbasaur run. Yeah, nah, I missed the tackle, and then he growled, and it's, I hate missing tackles, dude. It's the worst. It's like you miss a tackle and he just growls 2 turns in a row, and it's like, well, you enjoy that life. It's for you. Yeah, like, if I remember right, I had to trash Bulbasaur anyways in the last run, so it's like, whatever. This is a, bad Bulbasaur? Yeah, pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. Yeah, 311 on movement. Yeah, I think this is worse than the last Bulbasaur. I think it's about 10 seconds slower. 9-turn Bulbasaur? Yeah, that's just awful. You didn't rename to B? That's why? Yeah, you're right. I could have manipulated the RNG, man. But I didn't do it. I didn't do it! Okay, level 2 Rattata. Level 2. Come on! One of the times I ask for a level 2 Rattata, it has to exist. Every time it's level 3. Right, if I can do this fight and land all 3 tackles, that is a huge improvement over what I've been doing lately in Route 1. I land all 3 tackles. Oh, dude. All 3 tackles! I landed a 95% accurate move 3 times in a row. Yo, today's a special day, man. That's a good omen. That's a good omen right there. Landed all 3 tackles. Quote ad, this looks like the get bodied by Bulbasaur run. It is what it is. Ugh. Oh, you gotta walk in my way, dude. I'm trying to play video games over here. They remastered these games yet? Yeah. Yo, people are asking for the double remaster though. They're like, Fire Red, Leaf Green, that was forever ago. We would like a new Fire Red and Leaf Green, please. And I'm cool with that. I'm completely down. The one Kanto region, if you would. Now, Vex says, Vanks, why do you want a level 2 Rattata? Every time you get one, it still takes 3 hits, because it can take 2. It can, it's just, you know, I'm not that lucky. Also, he's going to deal less damage than a level 3 Rattata is. But, like, there's all these little RNG factors that, you know, are just a little bit nicer. And I appreciate that. Like, higher odds of anything is good in my book. It's not a mistake, it's a manip. Level 3 Rattatas can take more than 3 hits as well? Yeah. Like, it just depends. Is it a really strong Rattata? And is your Squirtle made out of trash? It all adds up. We'd love for Pokemon Switch to be a Coliseum-style Red-Blue remake? Yo, that would be the best! That would be so good! Oh, I'd love Pokemon Coliseum, man. Oh, Pokemon Coliseum was like my favorite game for a while. So good. And like, I enjoy XD as well. XD was really cool, but I like the protagonist in the original Coliseum better. You know, he was so cool and mysterious versus, you know, cute bubbly boy. Which, I mean, he's a good protagonist and all. But I get to choose between the two. I want to be the guy that looks like, you know, he could be working for the evil team. But, you know, he's not, because he's a cool guy. So I really appreciate how he didn't walk to the left. He looked left, but he's like, nah. I'm all good on that. We don't need to go over there. Yo, Gamma Red, Sigma Green win? Yo, if they want to, man. Cause yeah, they did do that. They didn't do, like, Ocean Blue. They gave us Leaf Green. That was weird. But, I mean, I guess it makes more sense from, the Japan perspective. But it's like they remade the games when they did Blue. Like, that was the new standard. I don't know. I guess it's more nostalgic. Oh, what? I didn't get the Manip? I didn't get the Manip? That looked perfect to me. I guess I wasn't frame perfect. Probably close. But hey, still 8.6 on Nidoran. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. Delta Emerald win? Yo, they're never doing Delta Emerald. They did Omega Ruby, Omega Sapphire, and then they were all done. You know, people are still waiting for Pokemon Z. It's not happening. There's no Pokemon Zs. You fell out of the series shortly after Yellow? Yeah, that's fair, Aaron T. You know, like, I've played Pokemon with different levels of intensity throughout the generations. Like Generation 1, I hit that so hard, dude. Generation 2 was pretty close. And then Generation 3, I was really into. I almost completed the National Dex on that one. That was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. I was only missing, let's see, I had Sapphire, so I had what, Latios? I didn't have Latios. Latios was the only Pokemon I was missing. I couldn't find anyone that could give me the Pokedex entry. And then, let's see, I wasn't too into Emerald, I kinda fell off. And then what else was there? Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, Pearl and Platinum, I played both of those. I was so into Generation 4. Like, so much more than I was Generation 3, because I started doing, like, battles with people online, so I was super into that. Generation 5, man. Out of all the generations, Generation 5 is the one I put the least amount of time into. I didn't play Black 2 or White 2. Play either of those. And, yeah, I beat, like, Pokemon Black, and then I just put it down. I never played it again. And then X and Y, I put probably about 600 hours into Y. And then probably... Yeah, I didn't put anywhere near into Alpha Sapphire. And then Generation 7, I beat that game, and I played it online for a while. I probably have about 200 hours in Pokemon Moon. But again, I didn't get into Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I split 10 seconds before you split for Nidoran. You wait for until after the nickname. Yeah, it's just easier for me. I like splitting as soon as the Pokeball is like, yep, you caught him. I'm like, alright. Yeah, it works for me. Alright, let me switch my Pokemon. 19 HP? Yeah, I don't need to heal. That's fine. That's fine. Gives me more potential for Red Bar. I doubt it, but hey, possibility exists. You know, Gen 4 gave us the physical special split. Nothing more needs to be said. You know, Gen 4 was a good generation, man. I enjoyed it a lot. And I really liked the physical special split. That was really cool. $600 hours? Yeah. But I mean, that's Pokemon, man. Like, Pokemon I can pour a lot of hours into very easily. Alright, and then I was in Red Bar, but I don't know how I feel about staying in that against Onyx. I think I'll heal. Yeah, 7 HP, not a lot, and I'm not in Red Bar anymore. But I'm pretty sure he can just tackle me for 7 damage. Pretty sure he could, so I'm gonna potion here. Whoops, it starts on Squirtle. And Doctor doesn't know jack about all the hours people put into Super Mario Maker? Yeah. Like, that game, I know just on stream, I did about, like, just under 900 hours. But I also played it a lot off stream. Like, more, like, when I was first into the game. As the time went on, I definitely fell off. You have 1,500 yourself, and you miss the first 10 months of the game's lifespan? Yeah. People like their Super Mario Maker. Yo, your most played console game is Mario Kart Wii? Yeah, my most played console game is probably Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Like, I went to a lot of tournaments for that game, I played it at friends' houses all the time, and just like on my own console, I had somewhere between like 1,200, 1,300 hours. And that's just my console. So yeah, I'm sure I probably hit near 2K overall. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I really go in on fighting games. Yeah, I put not quite that many hours, but near that many hours for Street Fighter 4. Counting like all the different versions of it, because there's like a million versions of that game, man. And then yeah, Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Super Smash Bros. Wii U. I put a lot of hours into both of those. I probably played more Brawl than I did Wii U. Because like for Brawl, like I know my original Wii U had over 700 hours. And then like on a like Wii U that was like at the Nintendo Experience in Australia, and like my file got deleted multiple times, but your files keep track of how long that individual file's been in use, and I had over 100 hours in the or not the Wii U, the Wii. I didn't use Leer, did I? Feels bad, man. Mario Maker Switch win? Yo, it has to happen. Yeah, the physical special split was a great design change. Yeah, for sure. Yo, is Mario Kart Wii for you as well, Inviso? You're a nice man. Yo, I just love me some fighting games. I'm all about fighting games. I can put so many hours into that. The only thing that comes close to my fighting game hours is Pokemon. the only thing. Aussie says, ever since they introduced viewing your entire opponent's team instead of scouting, the game went downhill. I mean, I prefer that myself. I like team preview. Because it's like, to me, like... It's like, I've played in a few tournaments for Pokemon, like doing regionals and nationals in Australia, and a few other tournaments just in Australia that weren't quite as big as those ones, the non-like Nintendo-sponsored ones. And like, in my experience, when you don't have team preview on, the fights are so much more luck-based. Like, there's too much luck involved. It's like, Pokemon is just a very, very luck-heavy game. It just is. So, to take just a little bit away from that, but the team preview was beautiful. Because, like, you'll see all the Pokemon, and then for the VGC rule set, like, it's doubles for one, which is different from what, like, I feel a lot of people play. They prefer singles, but no, I'm all about the doubles life. And yeah, you would have 6 Pokemon, but for the VGC rule set, you would only choose 4. And so you could see all these options, so like they could still use, you know, something you might not expect. You're like, yeah, they'll use this 4, but now they have 6 Pokemon to choose from. Yo, team preview is booty? Nah, team preview is the best, man. You preferred without team preview? It made taunt rock leads viable? I mean... I don't know about, rock leads. It's like, nobody uses, like, do you mean, like, rock-type Pokemon, or do you mean, like, setting up, what is it, like, spikes and... what is it? I forget what the other thing's called. The, like, pebbles you put all over the floor that hurt Pokemon as you switch into them. Yo, Anura, you love Team Preview? I know, right? It makes the game so much more consistent. Like, Pokemon is such a, like, it's crazy, man. Because it's like, there's so many different viable things. So many things are viable in Pokemon. Setting up Stealth Rock, Spikes, etc., then letting that Pokemon faint. Oh, I mean, you can still do that. Like, you can still do that. Plenty of people definitely do. But it's like... I don't know. People are more aware. Like, you're not going to take someone by surprise. And, like, even then, like, you're gambling there. Like, it's just a gamble. Like, someone could just be like, he probably has one of these leads, because it's incredibly popular in singles competitive play for Pokemon to lead with a Pokemon like that. Like, that is perfectly normal. So, like, the team preview isn't really telling you something you don't already know. Like, if that's the only thing you lead with, if you don't have other strategies, then yeah, that's gonna mess you up, but like, you have to be able to adapt, man. Otherwise, it's just way too gimmicky of a game. Like, you don't want to be that gimmicky, you gotta try a little bit harder. The nurse says, and the fact that you only chose 4 before the battle even starts, and it's a guessing game, yup. Yo, man, Gen 1 missed Caterpie. Yo, we have Gen 1 missed on Route 3 for both runs today. Bex says, I also don't like how there aren't any surprises. If your team is weak to Tyranitar, you should have to be cautious and play around them having one. But with Team Preview, you can say, nope, there's no Tyranitar, I can play careless. Well, I mean, like, this again is like a very specific situation, right? Like, for instance, I play Mono Water in competitive, like, tournament VGC rule set play. So, like, people go into my team knowing that I'm incredibly weak to electric and grass-type Pokemon. But, you know, it's a guessing game, just like it is with fighting games. So, like, they know what I have. Jigglypuff. Come on, man! Come on! Ugh. Gen 1 miss into a Jigglypuff. Could be worse. I didn't get wrapped by Ekans. I should, you know, be happy. Except for the fact that I'm not having any encounters. This is the worst. This is so bad. Double Jigglypuff! Jiggle, 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 jiggly, jiggly puff. Oh my goodness. What is my life right now, man? I was ready to go full tilt. Full tilts, man. There goes my time, man. So dumb. So dumb. Double Jiggly. Now what I have, Jigglypuff, yeah. I was trying to say things, but I got distracted by the Jigglypuff. I wasn't ready for that. But yeah, like, so, say in, Generation 6, when I was playing then, the common leads against me were like Rotom Wash, Ferrothorn, Pokemon like that, Manectric. People like to throw things like that at me. But again, like, I know that they know, so because I know that they know, I would go for that, you know? I'd be like, okay, he's gonna send out Manectric. Let me send out Mega Gyarados. With Mega Gyarados, if I can land this Earthquake, which I usually could, he's dead. Like, he's not surviving. Mega Gyarados' attack stat is ridiculous. And again, he doesn't have the times 4 weakness to electricity when he Mega Evolves. I forgot to save. I just started walking forward, man. I just started walking forward. I'm so bad. Oh my goodness. So bad. Yeah, I'm ranting at the moment. Ranting and speedrunning at the same time don't go together. They really don't. Yeah, Mega Gyarados, not a flying type. That helps. And then with Ferrothorn, like, I had 2 answers. Both with, Mega Blastoise, who can, Aura Sphere, and he gets the increase from that. Or I could, what was the other one? Politoed with Focus Blast. Both of them could wreck Ferrothorn. Oh, what? I didn't get the Paris. I mostly just want to reset. Mostly just want to reset. Why did I not get that? Why did I not get the Paris? Was that the in-game timer, or did I, like, mess up my movement? Like, the Paris did not show up. Yeah, try to get the second Paris? Yeah, I can go for second Paris. Reset? Yeah, let's reset. That's all. I just needed one person to say it. Like, I wanted to reset so bad. Really want to reset. Give me an R, give me an E. Yo. Y'all are just silly. Oh, whoops. Give me an S-E-T. We did it, man. The reset is life. Alright, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so like there's answers, right? Like, I feel like that was too much of the problem. Like, again, this is just my own personal experience. Like, it could be completely different. I'm not... Like, I did do competitive singles play for a time, but it was a very short period of time. I'm far more familiar with VGC than I am with singles. I don't like singles. I think it's incredibly boring. I think it's a bigger guessing game than doubles is. Because of, yeah, things like Protect, the setup Pokemon you were talking about, putting down those stones, the spikes, and just the constant switching. And it's like, are they gonna switch, or are they gonna try to set up on me? Like, if I switch this Pokemon, you know, which is completely gonna body this, I don't know, Garchomp, is Garchomp gonna Dragon Dance on that turn and try to get a, like, does he have a surprise move that I'm not ready for? It's stuff like that. Which, you know, is still in doubles. It's just, like... It's nowhere near as bad because you have 2 Pokemon. So it's like, if they go for the double protect in, like, doubles, then, like, that's 2 Pokemon you can set up with, or free switches to set up into a better situation. If only 1 Pokemon protects, and you're able to make the read on that, then, like, the game moves forward, you know? The game doesn't move forward very quickly in singles. Like, you'll make the read, but it's like, I'm still gonna protect. I still have a Pokemon I can switch to. Versus doubles, man, things get out of hand real fast. 'Cause yeah, like, all you gotta do is just compare doubles tournaments to singles tournaments. Like, there are plenty of doubles tournaments that use 4 Pokemon versus singles that uses, yeah, the singles will use like 3 or 4 itself. And yeah, nah, man. Doubles goes so much faster. It's like not even close, dude. Just not even close. Singles is such a snore fest, man. I can't do it. Like, I enjoyed singles play at first, like, back in the day. But, you know, the more I learned about singles, like, once I truly started to understand singles competitive play, I realized just how monotonous it is, how luck-driven it is. Which, again, to be fair, all of Pokemon is luck. There's a lot of guessing in both singles and doubles. It's just like, there's certain plays you can make that are far more consistent in doubles. And also the game's so much easier to balance, because like in singles, right, you have like the Smogon rule set, where it's like, you know, you got like Ubers, OU, UU, stuff like that, right? Because like there's certain Pokemon that just can't play. Like, it's not a thing. So there's all these like clauses and random rules you have to put together to be able to do singles, which is like, it can make for fun fights. Like, I'm not saying singles is all bad. Like, it depends on who you're playing against, what the teams are. Singles can be fast. It's just not... It's not singles' most powerful form. Singles at its most competitive is a very slow game. Exceptionally slow. And then, what else was I trying to say? I forgot. I was going somewhere with that. The difference between singles and doubles and, like, how much you have to guess. I don't know. I'm just not a fan. So yeah, with Team Preview, once that became a thing for doubles, it helped the game so much. It's like, it was no longer like, you know, I have no idea what my enemy's gonna throw at you. So like, there were times, right, like without Team Preview, where like, say, you would just send out your two Pokemon, you have no idea what they have, and then starting that very first turn, like, you've pretty much lost. Like, you haven't chosen an attack yet, but you've lost, because you only have 4 Pokemon, it's completely blind, you didn't know what Pokemon they had, and they just so happened, like, they didn't know what Pokemon you had either, unless they were like one of those really lame guys that goes around asking people what everybody else's teams are, and writes it all down in a book. Books are banned in certain tournaments, because there are people that do stuff like that. But, what was I trying to say? But yeah, like, you would start out, both those Pokemon completely counter you. Like, there's no sort of, like, read you can make where, like, you're going to be in a good situation. You have to switch. You have to switch. So, like, the best thing you can do is, like, hope they try to focus one of your 2 Pokemon down and then get the other one to switch so that you can, like, create a new situation. But even with that, like, what if they not only completely counter your Pokemon, but both of them can set up on you? It's done! Like, you've lost the game. Like, the game just started and it's already over. But again, you know, that's the fast pace of doubles. But once they did Team Preview, like, again, that technically can still happen. You can still, you know, lead like that, but it's far less likely. Because, like, you can see, it's like, okay, he has this many Pokemon that have access to, like, electric-type attacks, or he has this many Pokemon that can use Rock Slide. And so you know what you're going up against. You can make an educated guess. And obviously, in competitive play, like, you're gonna have a good feel for, like, what people are looking for. Like, you're gonna see that Mega Kangaskhan and Smeargle, and you're like, yep, that's what he's gonna lead with. Because it's the safest lead, like, with, Smeargle, like, you give him the, what's it called? Focus Band, I think it is, where he's, like, guaranteed to survive an attack. And then with Kangaskhan, he has Fake Out. So you can use Fake Out on Kangaskhan, that, you know, busies up one of the other Pokemon. They don't get to take a turn. And then with Smeargle, you could Tailwind, so like for pretty much the rest of the fight, you're going to be guaranteed going first, which is very useful in that competitive meta, because a lot of people use Mega Kangaskhan. So to have the guaranteed faster Mega Kangaskhan could just outright win the fight. Or you could use Dark Void. Dark Void's completely legal. There's no sleep clause or anything like that, so you could put both Pokemon to sleep. It wasn't like 100% guaranteed, but it was pretty likely. And like, even if you didn't get both sleeps, you were likely to still land at least one sleep. And again, that forces the opponent to either, like, they're gonna lose a turn, because like, I believe you're guaranteed to sleep for a minimum of 2 turns, or they could go for the swap. I mean, there's always a chance they have like a Lumberry or a Chesto Berry. If that's the case, you don't get as much out of Dark Void, but it's really powerful. Like, you have to know what you're gonna do against that lead, or like, you're spent, man. Alright, do we get the first try and it ran? Sure do, man, sure do. Not a problem. Yo, there we go. We're not behind for once on Nidoran. That was with a really bad Bulbasaur, wasn't it? Or no, that was the last Bulbasaur. I don't even know what this Bulbasaur was, I wasn't paying attention. I was so locked into talking about singles or doubles, I just kinda was along for the ride. We're just kinda doing the speed run, just pressing the buttons. Didn't really know what was what. Yo, I'm looking forward to Pokemon Switch, man. I really am. Like, I'm curious what the new VGC rule set's gonna be. Like, it could be anything, man. They could do anything with that. Like, the rule set changed so drastically. Just between, like, X and Y to Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and then again for, Sun and Moon. So I'm curious what they'll do with that. And again, like, it's a brand new game, and they've said before that they really want to change things up. But, like, they could completely change battle mechanics. Like, I really love where the battle mechanics are right now. Like, it could be improved a little bit, and I really do hope they continually buff, like, weaker Pokemon. Like, they did that going into Generation 6. Like, a lot of weak Pokemon got buffed. It wasn't, like, strong buffs, but they were still there. It was something. Like, Beedrill got, like, an extra 10 to his base attack. I think Butterfree got 10 to, like, special attack, maybe? And then, like, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Pokemon like that, man. A lot of Pokemon just got those little tiny buffs. Well, I think Alakazam got buffed, too. I don't think he really needed that. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon got the extra 10. I think Seaking did. Seaking got a buff. But, like, Seaking's still so bad. Like, there's no real, like, building around Seaking. There's no way you can be like, yeah, Seaking's bad, but, like, I can make this work, guys. I promise. Nah, not really. Like, I had a team, right? I didn't have Seaking. I had Goldeen, and I had it with the Eviolite. Because that's, like, they both have really bad stats, like, either way. Like, the stats are really bad. And, like, I was mostly... It was a really trolly Goldeen. Because, like, again, I play Mono Water. So I had it for the Lightning Rod. So essentially, as long as Goldeen was on the field, I couldn't be hit by electricity. Yeah, I never say, but Lightning Rod, yeah. Lightning Rod is nice, man, but, like, it's so gimmicky. It's so gimmicky. It's like, yeah, I can't be hit by electricity, but, like, there's so many other ways I could go about it. Alright, Pokemon. Which that guy over there, there we go. Like, cause with Goldeen, like, with the Eviolite, it can survive through physical attacks better, which is what most people were playing at the time. Like, I think it took Garchomp, like, 3 hits on, like, whatever his, like, single target attack was to knock out of my Goldeen. I was cool with that. Cause, like, Garchomp was so popular. Like, a lot of the times, like, I'm just making a team, and it's like, alright, what are the things I need to worry about? Garchomp, Talonflame, Kangaskhan. Did I just Gen 1 Mist Bubble? I just Gen 1 Mist Bubble. Come on, I'm not even on Route 3 yet, and I've already Gen 1 Mist? And I'm at 3 HP. Ah, jeesh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna YOLO. Not gonna YOLO. Not gonna YOLO. You know the second you go to YOLO is when he's going to tackle you. That's how it works. Hashtag reset? It's not that serious. Oh, whoops. It always confuses me. I'm not used to the cursor, like, switching to the other Pokemon. Oh, no, that's it, isn't it? I have a weak Squirtle? Oh, no, no, nice. I can 2-hit him, that's right. I just Gen 1 missed Geodude. It wasn't that I took out Geodude slowly because my Squirtle's bad. I just Gen 1 missed. Red bar Brock though? Nah. I don't believe in that life. I don't believe in it. I don't like resetting early game a whole bunch of times. It's really boring to me. I'd rather just keep moving forward. Double Screech the Bide, you would have been fine. But you don't understand, Vex. It was literally a 33% chance. You know, a 33% chance I would just lose. I don't like those odds. That's way too high. A 33% chance of just throwing the past 12 minutes into the garbage can. Nah, I'm good. I'm all good on that. Not potions, antidotes. Alright. But yeah, for like counters to like electric type Pokemon, like mostly I just use Gyarados. Like Gyarados, Mega Gyarados, the fact that like, cause like he has really high special defense. A lot of people don't know that about Gyarados, but like, if he's not with the water flying typing, you're probably not going to knock him out with an electric type attack. Not unless your special attack's like ridiculous. Like Xurkitree, for example. Like Xurkitree, why did I switch to Squirtle? Now I'll reset. I don't know what I was doing there, man. I'm still thinking about Brock in my mind, I guess. Oh jeez. That was dumb. Whoopsie doopsies. My name is Vanks, and I don't like to reset. Except for when I do. Except for when I do.